there's a fight about to happen that I think everybody on earth will be surprised when it happens and certainly loud whatever the outcome is. There's a man who was once, a child actor. Then he turned into an influencer. Then he became an empire, a mogul. Then he became a professional boxer. And all he's done throughout the entirety of it is try to do good for the sport, try to raise some awareness, and try to become a fucking world champion. Ladies and gentlemen, he has a chance to fight one. Anthony Joshua will be his opponent, and this is the biggest, strongest, most talented guy that he's ever been scheduled to fight. That'll be happening on Friday, December 19th. It's being called Judgment Day, and I believe it will be Judgment Day for the legend, ladies and gentlemen, El Gallo, Jake Paul.
Yeah! Thank you for having me.
Dude, thank you for joining us. Congrats on everything, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Your venture
And
capital.
you as well, Pat, and you as well. You guys are always crushing it, man. It's really cool to see all the growth and all the things you guys are doing. So congrats to you as well.
And very cool of you to say. We appreciate that. Obviously, we got a chance to watch you lay a blueprint for a digital career. And now everything that you've kind of changed and grown into is awesome. All the while being a professional boxer. I would like to talk about your investment fund because I think you're one of the earlier investors in Polymarket, which is now valued at like, I think, $8 billion, $9 billion, some other things. So congratulations on fucking everything, Jake Paul. You're not just some dipshit influencer. You know what I mean? We know that.
Yeah, no, sometimes I play that role for entertainment purposes and, I can do a little bit of everything. So I can be the heel, the villain. I could be a jackass. I could shit talk. I could be investor, businessman, CEO, boxer, whatever it is. You know the drill. The current state of modern entertainment, you got to do it all. You got to play across the board and be good at all these things. But, I've been in this game for, 12, 13 years now. And, seen a lot of people fall by the wayside, but me and my brother have just worked hard and been super calculated and know what we're doing in this space.
I think the work ethic is obviously absurd, and you guys are a couple of Ohio fucks at your core, so we have massive respect for that. But obviously talent and having to understand where the world is going is a forethought that not a lot of people have in history. You're a trailblazer, you know that. Now let's get to your boxing career. You've been very, very, very upfront about how you want to be a world champion. You focus your entire life to boxing, it seems. We've seen you in other eras and chapters of your life where you're doing a lot of things. Then you turned your focus fully to boxing. You said boxing saved your life. You fell in love with it. Now you're taking on a guy who has done the same thing with boxing for most of his life. He has loved it. He has invested in it. He has fought the greats. He's been in the biggest fights. He's been champion. I think a lot of us were very surprised that this would be happening. How do you feel just a few days out? And what went into the decision to fucking fight Anthony Joshua?
Yeah, look, to me, I see a lot of paths to victory in his style, and styles make fights. We all know that. He's lost to guys who are shorter mostly and lighter mostly and faster than him. I see holes in his game. I see punches that I can land that can hurt him. Now, he can definitely land punches on me, knock me out. He's more experienced, Olympic gold medalist, two-time heavyweight champion of the world. This is definitely insane. I have to fight a perfect fight to be able to beat this guy. But I think that I'm capable of that. And to me, at the end of the day, all of this is experience. All of this is fun. All of this is getting in there and continuing to improve my skills as I work toward a world championship in my own weight class. I'm fighting at heavyweight.
Oh, we lost him. They're trying to bog him down.
At the end of the day, I'm going in there and I'm getting better.
You're fighting at heavyweight. You cut off real quickly whenever you said you're fighting at heavyweight. How much weight is that more? How much heavier are you fighting at this? For this particular fight?
Yes, I'm fighting like 50 pounds out of my weight class. Normally I fight at 200 and Anthony Joshua will be around 250.
Okay, so this fight's happening. There's people that have mentioned, like, there's no way this fight is actually happening, just strictly because of what you just said right there. I mean, the weight difference, everything else, signing up for this because you're supposed to fight somebody else, Tank backs out, now you fight Anthony Joshua. I think there's a lot of people that think this is all some gimmick because of what you just said right there. This is not the case. You understand that you're going in there with a man who's not supposed to fight somebody that is at your weight. He's supposed to be fighting heavier people that are bigger people, which in theory, stronger people, maybe more durable people. There's weight classes for a reason. In your mind, that is just, hey, this is a challenge I need to take on. That's kind of the mindset that you've taken?
Yeah, for sure. The fight is definitely happening first and foremost. We're 9 days away right now. But at the end of the day, I like fighting bigger guys. I was going in to fight Gervonta Davis and sparring against the tiny guys. They're like flies moving around the ring. Now I've reversed roles and I'm the lighter, faster guy. And to me, that's something that I like. I can move around the ring, outbox them, outmaneuver them, land shots with my speed. And I believe that Joshua is very, very tough, very, very tough. But I see the shot that can knock him out, and I'm going to test his chin. And this could potentially be the biggest upset in, the one of the in the history of boxing, let alone sports. Someone said the other day. It's right up there with Buster Douglas, Mike Tyson, and I'm going to pull it off.
Fuck yeah, Jake. Good luck out there, dude. AJ has a question for you.
Yeah, Jake, how do you see this? How do you see this fight ending? Is it going to end in a knockout one way or the other? Is that what you have planned? Do you think Anthony Joshua feels the same way?
I don't think he can knock me out because he's not going to be able to line up his shots properly to be able to land the hard punch. I think it's going to be a very tough fight for multiple rounds. But then when I figure out his pacing, his style, his speed, his footwork, he's going to get a little bit tired trying to chase me around, and then I'm gonna set up the shot. I'm not gonna say exactly what, but I see what it is, and I think it'll end in the 5th or 6th round.
I love that you see the shot. I assume, not assume, I know that you're filming yourself work said shot so that we can have said moment in recap video of the to the real moment happening. And okay, Jake. I think you have to have that mindset going into a fight with somebody because you can't play boxing, obviously. Yeah. But whenever you have that type of forethought and that type of vision in work, and then it all comes to fruition on the other side, talk about fulfillment in what your decisions are in your life. Excited to see it. Now, speaking of decisions, a lot had to be made, I assume, fighting somebody 50 pounds heavier. Go ahead.
Yeah, obviously a huge change in opponents going from Tank to Anthony Joshua. So what was there a big change in training outside of changing the sparring partners, like a diet, maybe doing something to get a little stronger? Obviously, you're going to knock a big dude out. Any big major changes in this training camp?
Yeah, we definitely focused a lot more on the strength workouts and lifting heavier weights. I started to eat a bit more, but I didn't want to bulk up too much. The speed is going to be the key here, but we brought in world champion heavyweight sparring partners, guys who are 270 pounds, 250 pounds. Sparring them has been insane. I still got the remnants of
you're taking a little shot there. I like that you're taking those shots, though. Have to eat them.
Yeah, and look, that's what it's all about, preparing for the night. My coaches are some of the best in the world, and they tell me, look, we believe that the sparring you're doing right now is going to be harder than the actual fight night. They don't lie to me. I trust in my coaches, and I also believe that as well.
Big shots. Any of them that land, obviously, with the heavyweight is potential end of fight, which is why heavyweight fights are always the one that everybody is kind of looking forward to. You fighting at heavyweight is fucking hilarious, Jake. You need to know. From outside looking in, it is a hilarious concept that you're doing, especially whenever you guys, at the face-off, it's like, this dude is good because you don't have to do this. This guy does not have to do this. And I don't want to reiterate this to you as like somebody who's watching from the outside, and I know you a little bit, I think, at this stage. Jake Paul does not have to do this. Like I just said, he has an investment in Polymarket. The thing's worth, one of the Series A investor in Polymarket. Thing's worth $9 billion now, okay? All the different business ventures. This guy's had 7 houses in Puerto Rico, this fucking guy. Like, does not have to do this. It's all for love of sport, right? That's kind of what it is, love of sport that you found for boxing?
Yeah, no, that.
Oh, no.
Back.
Using me as a vessel to inspire the next generation of kids going from zero to the top of a sport in 5 years, right? If this fight was a couple months ago, there would be a heavyweight belt on the line. And when I beat Joshua, I would technically be the heavyweight champion of the world. This is a simulation of some sorts, but I truly believe that I'm here to show kids what's possible. And that's always been my mission since I've started, and is to inspire the next generation and create one of the best sports stories of all time. Like I said, not doing something and then rising to the top of it in such a short amount of time should inspire anyone to take action today and chase their dreams, because in 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, you can rise to the top of industry if you're fully dedicated. And I believe that's what my story will show in a documentary one day.
Cannot wait to watch it all. You broke your nose. Is this new? I'm seeing your nose. Your nose is that from the same show?
More crooked, brother. I'm not going to lie. The sparring, the heavyweights, my nose has moved a couple millimeters to this camp. A guy by the name of Frank Sanchez, he definitely cracked it a little bit, so it definitely has a slight little something in there. But yeah, man, it's bad.
Frankie,
See that? Wait, hold on. Look at that, dude.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah,
I'm like Squidward, dog.
hey, Frankie Sanchez, they talk about him. He's got that. You know, he's which one is he one of these guys?
He's the one right next to me on the left.
Those are gigantic dudes, bro.
Jeez.
Once again, Jake Paul does not have to do this. That is the entire angle that I think kind of gets missed. And on that note, Ty has a question for you.
Yeah, Jake, when it comes to this fight, it seems like people either in like boxing media or like combat media, they've only criticized it just because of like, hey, this is what could happen. And I feel like you're no stranger to that. That's been every single one of your fights, whether it's Nate Robinson or whoever. It's, oh, he's just fighting this guy so he can knock him out. But on the flip side, like, has anyone commended you for taking this fight? Obviously, it's a massive risk, and it's like, this isn't just some sideshow. This is a guy who's putting a lot on the line here to face someone who's a former world champion. Like, has anyone reached out to you and said that, or do you not give a shit about any of that anyway?
No, yeah, there's been tons of support and love and respect, and people saying like, "Wow, like I don't even know if I like Jake Paul." Conor McGregor being like, "I don't know about him, but if he makes that fight, I have to respect him." Joe Rogan, the list goes on and on about the amounts of people supporting it and saying, "Geez, if he goes in there, we all just have to show some respect." But don't respect me for getting in there. Respect me when I beat his ass. That's what I've said to people. It's like, I'm not just going in there. I'm not just walking into a fight. I'm going to win. And that's what's going to shock the world. I will become the king of boxing and own the whole entire sport come December 19th.
Okay, let's talk about owning the entire sport. We had Nick Khan on, what was that, last week?
Talking about
the Muhammad Ali Evolution or Revival Act or something like that to be able for the new TKO promotion that is going to be running in boxing, launching in January on Paramount. I think you were in support of potentially the change potentially to the Muhammad Ali Act. Maybe you have your own promotion as well. Have you thought that much? Can you do a lot of thinking about the future of boxing while training for a fight, or is that constantly happening for you? And what is your thoughts on all of that, the kind of the state of boxing right now?
Yeah, no, I mean, at the end of the day, I think the Muhammad Ali Act is good. I think it needs to stay in place. If it goes away, most valuable promotions in our company, we always treat fighters fairly so people can have a home there. I worry about it going away and other promoters in the game because boxing's a shady business and a lot of boxers aren't, business savvy and knowing what's going on. So I believe that it should stay. And that's my take on it. But the future of boxing, we're in a great place. And I think it's, we're moving into, I guess, the streaming era of boxing, which I believe can bring in more fans. Being the first to bring fights to Netflix where it becomes more accessible. Obviously, the deal with Paramount, more fans are going to be able to watch. And that's what the sport needs. And we need all the hype we can get so that the next generation of fighters go into the gym and we create future superstars that we'll see 10 to 15 years from now as they climb through the ranks and start fighting in the Olympics. So that's what it's all about, and I think boxing's in a great place.
All right, well, we appreciate the hell out of you for committing to the sport, loving the sport, and putting on massive spectacles for the sport. Cannot wait to see you go in there against Goliath, brother. That's Judgment Day is a great name. I mean, it is a great name. Anything can happen, and I want to let you know, proud of you, dude. This is a cool thing. Good luck in there.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for having me. I'll see y'all. Keep crushing.
You too, dude. And tell Frankie to fucking relax. We got to fight soon.
Turn it up, Frankie.
Tell Frankie.
Pull punches.
Dial it up.
We need to kind of, honestly. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Jake Paul, we appreciate it.
Hey, Jake.
Frankie Sanchez caught him with one.
Yeah, massive right.
Deuce is big as shit.
Just Series A in Bowling Market?
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, he doesn't have to be getting
What is
punched
he
by
doing?
Frankie Sanchez. Yeah, like there's, especially with where that's headed.
Yeah, what a weapon.
Can we put the picture back up of who he's training with? All right. He left.
Just Oxus.
We had to get to a new.
I mean, AJ's basically a good photo of it. It's basically AJ. You could probably
No,
break
those
that.
guys.
Those dudes are
Look how big those dudes are.
gigantic.
Like Julius Peppers always to the left.
Yeah.
It is.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Okay.
it's actually
moved
him.
down there,
Makes
yeah.
sense.
Sean Merriman's on the right. Yeah.
I mean, what the fuck, dude? There's weight classes for a reason. You know, like there is a
It's insane.
Wow.
Looks like Indomitian and Sue.
Pop up.
on the far
Look
right.
at Anthony Joshua, man. Anthony Joshua is one of the scariest dudes on the planet.
I will say, guy on right actually kind of looks like Jason Pierre-Paul, who is back.
Yeah, he's back.
Congrats to JPP.
Hell yeah.
Super Bowl champ.
Super Bowl champs back.